All right, we have a few more examples to go through today. So this example number 2, we do not start with an equation anymore. What we want to do is reverse the process. Now we're going to be given a slope. In this case, it's -4/5, and our y-intercept is 7. So remember, slope is m, our y-intercept is b. So if we want to write an equation in slope-intercept form, that's going to be in the form y equals mx plus b. If we're able to identify what m and b are, just replace those variables in that general form. So in this case, we're going to say y equals -4/5 x plus 7. And that is going to be your equation with those two requirements. And now at this point, we can go over and graph our line just like we did in the previous example. So here our y-intercept is 7, so that means that's where it intersects the y-axis. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and plot a point. Now for a slope of -4/5, that means we need to go down 4 and then to the right 5. So starting at the y-intercept, we're going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then plot your point. And now do that just one more time, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and plot your point. Again, those 3 points should line up in a straight line if you're doing this correctly. So then just connect those 3, and that is your graph. All right, so the next problem is a multiple choice question. We're given a graph, and we want to determine which equation represents that graph. So the very first thing that you should look at is the y-intercept. So if we look at this line here, we can see that the line crosses the y-axis at this point here, and that's the point 0, -2. But what we would call that y-intercept is -2. So if we look at our choices, A and B are not possible because they're telling us our y-intercepts are 1. But we can see from the graph that they're going to be -2. So in this case, C and D are our options here. The only other thing that we're able to look at this point is the slope. So what we can do is start at this y-intercept and just count how many up, how many over to get to our next point. So in this case, we go up 2 and then to the right 1. So that means our slope is going to be 2 over 1, or just a plain old 2. So as we can see, choice D does have that slope or m value as a 2, so that's going to be our choice. One last example for today. We want to graph the line y equals 2x minus 1. And we're actually going to do this without even initially writing out the slope and the y-intercept, because at this point, we should be able to look at the equation and just get that information out. So we're going to start at the y-axis at -1 to represent that b value, or the y-intercept, and then we're going to use the slope. Anytime you see a number that's not a fraction, remember that's just 2 over 1. So we're going to go up 2 and to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, and then plot that point. Do it again, up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. You can really do this as many times as you want, but you really only do need 3 points. And once you have 3 or more points, go ahead and just connect them, and that is the graph of the line. So that's the last part of this video lesson. If you liked it, please let me know. If you have any suggestions or constructive criticisms, please let me know that as well, because I'm trying to see if this is a good way to do the notes. All right, so I hope you enjoyed it and have a good weekend.